Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into a market that's really changing how we live and work. It's the global air conditioner inverter market. Think about your AC, but, smarter, quieter, energy saving, adapting to what you need. That's what inverter tech promises, and it's shaking up a huge, multi-billion-dollar market. For this deep dive, we're using excerpts from the Global Air Conditioner Inverter Market Outlook by Cognitive Market Research, our mission, to really get a handle on the growth, which is pretty impressive, and also the different regional stories happening. It's a key part of the whole smart appliance wave. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and it's really important for you to understand this market because it's right where comfort, saving energy, and smart tech meet in, well, everyday life. It's not just about getting cool air. It's a bigger shift in how we manage indoors, especially with everyone pushing for more sustainability.
That makes total sense. Actually, before we jump into the big numbers, maybe just a quick refresher. For anyone who's heard the term inverter technology but isn't quite sure, what does it actually do in an AC? Why is it better for efficiency?
Oh, sure. Good question. Think of a traditional AC like a light switch. It's either fully on N or fully OFF. So room gets warm, boom, full power cooling. Then it hits the temp, shuts off completely. That on-off cycle, it eats up energy, plus the temperature kind of swings up and down.
Right, I know that feeling.
Exactly. An inverter AC is more like a dimmer switch for the compressor. It adjusts the speed constantly. So it works hard to cool initially, but then it slows down, running continuously at a lower power just to maintain the temperature precisely. No big energy spikes, less wear on the machine, and usually it's much quieter too. That's where you get those big efficiency gains.
Ah, okay. The dimmer switch idea. That makes it clear. Thanks. So knowing that, let's get to the numbers because, yeah, this is where it gets really interesting. What's the overall market look like? Give us the big picture.
Okay, the numbers are, well, they're strong, no doubt about it. Back in 2021, the market was valued at about $1,683 million.
Yeah.
So $1.68 billion.
Okay, 1.68 billion.
Yeah. But the projection is where it really takes off. It's expected to hit $692 million, so almost $2.7 billion by 2025. And then keep climbing to an impressive $888 million, nearly $6.9 billion by 2033.
Wow, from 1.7 billion to almost 7 billion in about 12 years.
Exactly. And that works out to a compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, of 12.46% over that whole forecast period.
Over 12% CAGR sustained for that long. That's pretty rapid growth. What's really pushing that? What are the core things fueling this kind of, consistent expansion everywhere?
Well, it really comes back to those core benefits you just explained. There's just this huge, growing global demand for air conditioning that's energy efficient and increasingly smart. You've got more people, more cities growing, incomes rising in many places.
Right, people want comfort, but they're also watching their energy bills.
Precisely. And governments are often pushing for greener appliances too, with incentives and standards. Inverter tech just hits that sweet spot. It delivers the efficiency and the performance. So it's moving from being a premium feature to almost, well, the expected standard in many new ACs.
Okay, that makes the strong numbers make a lot more sense. It's a confluence of factors.
Mhm.
But like you hinted, growth isn't the same everywhere, right? So what does this look like region by region? The nuances must be pretty important here. Where is it growing fastest?
You're absolutely right. The regional picture is fascinating and it tells different stories. The standout, really leading the pack with the highest overall growth, is the Asia-Pacific region.
Okay.
It's projected to surge from around $643 million back in 2021, all the way up to about $817 million, $2.8 billion by 2033. That's a regional CAGR of 13.113%, just slightly higher than the global average.
13% for the whole region. That's huge. Are there specific countries driving that? I imagine China plays a big role.
Oh, definitely. China is a massive engine here. It starts at about $187 million in 2021 and is expected to reach over $840 million by 2033. Its CAGR is also very strong, 13.328%.
Wow. But I saw something even more striking in the report notes. India?
Yes. India's growth rate is quite remarkable. It has the highest individual country CAGR in the forecast at 14.016%. Growing from roughly $90 million in 2021 to a projected $433 million by 2033.
14% CAGR in India.
Right.
What's behind that specific acceleration? Is it just catching up or something more?
It's kind of a perfect storm, really. You have, yes, rapid urbanization and a growing middle class like elsewhere, but also just the sheer need driven by increasingly extreme heat waves. Efficient AC is becoming less of a luxury, more of a necessity for health, for productivity, and people want efficiency to manage costs.
That makes sense. A necessity driving adoption.
Exactly. And it's not just China and India. You see strong numbers across APAC. Japan's projected to hit nearly $500 million by 2033, 119 on the base. South Korea over 250 million, 63 on base. Australia around $135 million, 63 on base. Plus other strong markets like Singapore, Southeast Asia as a whole, Taiwan, all showing THRs over 12.5%. It's widespread.
Okay, so APAC is clearly a powerhouse. Where do we look next for strong growth?
Well, another region showing really significant acceleration is South America. It's forecasted to grow from about $97 million in 2021 to nearly $415 million by 2033. That's a TAGR of 12.796%. Very healthy growth.
Interesting. Almost neck and neck with APAC's rate. Who are the main players there?
Brazil, being the largest economy, is expected to lead in volume, projected to grow from roughly $40 million to about $166 million.
Okay.
But Argentina's right there too, with the slightly higher CAGR, actually at 13.273%. It's expected to expand from about $21 million to over $92 million.
So Brazil and Argentina leading the charge. What about others?
You see solid double-digit growth pretty much across the board. Colombia, Peru, Chile. Chile, for instance, is expected to hit over $34 million by 2033. It suggests a broad regional trend, maybe linked to rising incomes and also that awareness of energy costs we mentioned.
Right, so manufacturers looking there should see opportunity pretty widely, especially in cities.
Definitely. The urban centers are key, where heat and income growth often meet. Providing efficient, affordable solutions is likely the winning strategy there.
Got it. Okay, what about the Middle East and Africa? Often grouped together, but probably distinct stories.
They are distinct, but both show really strong potential, yeah. Starting with the Middle East, it's projected to go from about $77 million in 2021 to nearly $325 million by 2033. That's a CAGR of 12.676%.
Again, strong double digits. And I assume climate is a massive factor there.
Absolutely. Cooling is essential. Key markets to watch are Saudi Arabia, expected to grow from $19 million to over $83 million. Turkey, going from $15 million to over $65 million. And the UAE, similar numbers from about $14 million to over $64 million.
Makes sense. And Africa.
Africa is set to grow from a smaller base, around $59 million in 2021, to about $245 million by 2033. The CAGR there is 12.018%. Still particularly strong growth.
Okay, next year is a significant market projected to go from roughly $11.5 million to nearly $50 million. And South Africa shows particularly strong growth, actually, with a CAGR of 12.726%, expected to grow from about $21 million to almost $93 million. Interesting that South Africa's HGR is a bit higher. Any specific reasons there? Maybe infrastructure or policy?
It could be a combination. Besides the climate need, you have ongoing development, potentially government pushes for greener tech, and maybe greater consumer awareness around energy efficiency, especially given potential electricity supply issues they sometimes face. Efficiency becomes even more valuable then.
Right, reliability and cost savings.
Yeah.
Okay, that covers the fastest growing regions. What about the more established markets, North America and Europe?
Yeah, exactly. They might not have those explosive KGRs of some emerging regions, but the scale is huge, and the growth is still very steady and significant. Let's take North America. Market size was already substantial in 2021, about $429 million. It's expected to reach over $625 million. That's $1.6 billion by 2033. The CAGR is 11.737%. Still strong double digits.
And I assume the U.S. dominates that picture.
Oh, absolutely. The U.S. market alone was about $342 million in 2021 and is projected to hit almost $1.3 billion by 2033. Huge market. Canada also shows solid growth, expected to go from around $57 million to over $230 million.
Okay, steady and large. What about Europe? Similar story.
Pretty similar, yes. Europe started at about $377 million in 2021, and it's projected to reach over $1,460 million, $1.46 billion by 2033. The CAGR there is 12.0004%, almost exactly matching Africa's rate, interestingly.
And within Europe, any countries moving faster or slower? Germany often leads on efficiency tech.
You nailed it. Germany shows really robust performance. Its CAGR is 12.795%, quite high for a mature European market, projected to grow from $70 million to nearly $300 million.
Impressive for Germany.
Yeah. The UK is solid too, expected to go from about $61 million to over $246 million. One contrast, though, is France, still growing, definitely, but at a slightly slower pace. Its CAGR is 11.379%, projected to reach about $175 million from $48 million. So you see some internal variation even within Europe, might be down to local incentives, building standards, maybe consumer habits.
That regional breakdown is really helpful. So we've covered a lot of ground, a lot of numbers. Let's try and pull it together. What does this all really mean for you, the listener, and for the bigger picture? What are the key takeaways?
Well, I think the first big takeaway is just how strong and consistent this global growth is. It's undeniable. And the driver is clearly that worldwide demand for ACs that save energy and are smarter. It's not just a fad, it feels like a fundamental shift in expectations for climate control in homes and businesses. Millions moving to cleaner tech.
Right. Efficiency and smarts are becoming standard.
Exactly. And the second key thing is seeing those regional dynamics. You've got Asia Pacific and South America really pushing the growth rate boundaries driven by development and climate needs. Then Africa and the Middle East showing huge potential. And North America and Europe, the established giants, still growing steadily, providing a massive base. What's fascinating is how all these diverse regions are kind of converging on this technology.
So it's a global surge, really. Different speeds, different starting points, but everyone's moving in the same direction.
Pretty much. It signals widespread adoption and innovation across the board. It's a technology whose time has clearly come globally.
So, bottom line from this deep dive, the air conditioner inverter market isn't just expanding, it's genuinely transforming how we think about cooling and heating globally.
Yeah.
And it's all driven by that push for efficiency and smarter technology.
Absolutely. And maybe that leaves us with a final thought, something for you to mull over. Consider this. How might this massive global shift towards energy-efficient, smart ACs fundamentally reshape not just individual energy bills, but broader energy consumption patterns? And what might that mean for how we plan our energy infrastructure in cities, in countries all around the world in the next 10, 20 years?
That's a big question with far-reaching implications. Definitely something to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us today.